All right, Nodule Nighthawks, here we are with lesson 15. So module 3, lesson 15, where we will be working on understanding and solving division problems with a remainder using the array, which was what we did in lesson 14 with the dots and the circles. That's called an array, and area models. So we're going to see what that looks like today. Okay. All right. So here we are. We are going to first do it with an array, which is going to look like what we did last time. And then this is what the area model. So area model we used for area and perimeter. We used it for multiplication. And now we're going to use it for division as well. Okay. So if I have 18 divided by 6. So remember my whole is 18. So I'm going to take 18. I'm going to break it into groups of 6. And our quotient is however many groups we can make, okay? So 18 divided by 6, I always like to think of how many groups of 6 can I make if I have 18, okay? So if I have 18, okay, so I'm gonna get my pen. So if I have 18, I'm making groups of 6. So I'm gonna make groups of 6 and see how many groups I can make. Ready? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I was able to equally make 3 groups of 6. Whoops. 3 groups of 6. Okay. So because I can make 3 groups of 6, that means my quotient is going to be 3. My remainder is going to be 0. I don't have any left over, so I don't have a remainder. Not all division problems are going to have a remainder. So I was able to equally make 3 groups of 6 out of 18. Okay, so let's see, what is that going to look like when we have our area model? Okay, so if you want to, you could kind of do the same thing. I'm going to count by 6s and make columns of 6 to see where my rectangle is going to go. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my area model is going to go right around my columns that I just made. We could have done it the other way. That probably would have been easier. Okay, so you can see my area model here. I have 3 by 6. Remember when we did our area models when we were doing area and perimeter? So if my length is 3, my width is 6, I'm taking 3 times 6, which gives me 18, right? I don't have a remainder. That's what the little red boxes are for. So I can say I have 3 by 6. And my area is going to give me that 18. And in the last lesson, I talked about how, oh, that went sideways because it's so big, but you can see it. So I have 3 times 6 gives me 18. So 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. So remember I talked about in that last lesson that if we have our division problems is opposite of multiplication. So your multiplication facts are really going to help you with division. So then it said, can you show 18 divided by 6 with one rectangle? Yes, because we didn't have any remainders. So we can just say, yes, we did. I think our next one will have remainders. You can see what that will look like. All right, so 19 divided by 6. So because we just did 18 divided by 6, that should give you kind of a good idea that, yep, we're going to have a remainder because 18 divided by 6 was perfectly grouped 3 groups, right? All right, so 18 divided by 6. We're making groups of 6. We have 19 total. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I still have those three groups of 6, like we had on our 18 divided by 6, but now I have a remainder. Got that little lone guy out there. So my quotient, how many groups was I able to make? 1, 2, 3. I was able to make 3 groups. So 3 is my quotient. And I had 1 left over that didn't have enough to make another group. So my remainder is 1. Okay. So now I'm going to do it this way just so I don't have to mess with turning the rectangle. Again, we can make I know I have 3 rows of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my rectangle over, make my 3 by 6 rectangle. But what do we also have? We've got 1 little lone remainder out there. That's what the red boxes are for. So the red box is going to come right on the end. So I know that's my remainder. So I can still say I have 6 by 3 because I do. That's what's giving me that 18 in there. And then I have got 1 for my remainder. So over on the inside, I've got 18 plus 1 more gives me 19. So if I did 6 times 3, that gives me 18 plus my remainder gives me 19. So that lets me know I did my math correctly. Okay. Can you show 19 divided by 6 with 1 rectangle? No. We had to outline our remainder. So when it says type here to explain, we can say I had 1 remainder. So I added to my rectangle to show the remainder. So it says type to explain. That would be a good explanation because we had to, it wasn't perfectly 18, right? We had 19, so we had to show that, but we couldn't make another row of 6. I only had 1 left over, so that's why we just added that 1 remainder. Okay. All right. We'll do a few more together. So here, it says solve using an array and an area model. The first one's done for you. So you can see here's our 25 divided by 2. They made their groups of 2 until they got all the way to 25. How many groups of 2 were they able to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the quotient was 12. They had 1 left over, so they had a remainder of 1. So here's 12 times 2. That gives them that 24 plus 1 more is 25. Multiplication facts, it's going to help you. All right, so let's do one of these together, okay? So I got 29 divided by 3. So my groups are going to be groups of 3. Groups of 3, we're going to count up to 29. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So how many groups were we able to make? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with a remainder of 2. So if you want to, I'm not going to mess with the circles because it's so leggy, but you could, just to really visualize it, you can drag your circles, oh, it's working better, over your groups. Just so each of your groups of 3, remember, however many groups you can make, that is your quotient. We were able to make 9 groups. 9 groups. So our quotient is 9. We had 2 left over, so our answer is 9, remainder 2. Okay? So if I was my rectangle, I still had, I didn't have everything equally in there. So if I had 2 remainders, I need 2 little boxes over here. 1, 2. And we have 9 and 2. So up here, we're going to put 9 times 2. Oh, sorry, 9 times 3, because that's what we're divided by. 9 times 3 gives us 27, plus these 2 on the outside gives us 29. So 9 times 3, say that's going to give us that 27 on the inside, plus 2 more is 29. 29 divided by 3. Okay. 22 divided by 5. So I'm making groups of 5. How many groups can we make if I have 22 total? Okay. Groups of 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. So we're able to make 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 5, and we had 2 left over. So our quotient is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, with the remainder of 2. Okay, so we're going to show this in our area model. I have 2 left over, so I'm going to show my 2 remainders off here on the side. I had got a quotient of 4. I divided by 5. So 4 times 5, we know gives us that area of 20. Plus the 2 left over gives us 22. So this is a good way just for us to double check our work. Okay, 22 divided by 5, we made groups of 5. We were able to make 4 groups of 5, which gives us that quotient of 4. So I talk about multiplication is going to help you, right? Well, if you look at this and say 22 divided by 5, well, 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. I don't have 25, so I wouldn't be able to make 5 equal groups. I was able to make 4 equal groups with 2 left over. Okay? All right. I think we will stop there for today so you guys can get plenty of practice in, and we'll keep working on this. Great job today. I will see you guys soon. Have a good day.